Hi, I'm David Gross with Conde Systems, back with you to share a little bit of my tips for sublimation success. Today I have with me Sprite. How are you, Sprite?
I'm good, David. Thanks for having me.
So a lot of times we do live videos, and so that's what we're most familiar with. But today we're going to do a somewhat complicated but very important video. When I go on the road and teach at the trade shows around the country, one of the things we talk about is the mark of a professional, which is matching color. And so Sprite is going to do most of the hands-on here as we walk you through our approach to matching color, which is a little bit different from maybe your first thought. First, matching color is what your clients demand, whether it be matching a Pantone color or matching the color on their business card. They want you to nail it. They're not expecting something close, are they?
No, they want the exact match.
Okay, and so the question is, what's the best approach? Well, the typical approach, probably, Sprite, what do you think, is just looking at your monitor.
Yeah. So you want to so most people think that they can do a roundabout match, and for most cases you can, but when you start doing big corporations like Coca-Cola or some of the football teams, you really have to get that perfect match.
And so the approach is, I'm going to walk you through the approach, and then we're going to go through a couple of examples on our approach. First is, you need to print a color chart. That's how you do it. You print a color chart and you sublimate it to a family of substrates. Here, Sprite has transferred to some of our, looks like the 12 by 18 ColorLyte glass, just a beautiful product, just really glows. And we've transferred one page of the swatch chart that's available on our website. And you really need, of course, need to print all the pages and sublimate them to a family of substrates. For instance, some soft substrates, some hard substrates, that kind of thing. And after you've done that, then what you want to do is get out either the object you're trying to match or say a Pantone book if your client is specifying a Pantone color. Now, many people think that they can match colors if the client specifies a Pantone color by just simply choosing that color in their computer. Not a chance. It isn't going to work because the Pantone standard predates computers. It's based on solid buckets of ink. And so if you're going to play the Pantone game, you have to have a Pantone book. Now this book represents what we call Pantone solid, coated, and uncoated. Most people specify the coated version. That's the C on the end of the color. And so you've got to have a Pantone book because you need to know what the client is expecting, okay? Now in the case of the business card, that's an easy one. You get their business card. You cannot match based on RGB colors or anything like that. You need to know, hold in your hand, what the client is expecting. That's the only way you can do it. So like an object, say around our neck of the woods, it'd be an Alabama Crimson Tide jersey or something with their crimson red, or a Pantone number. So you print the color chart, you sublimated, then you're going to hold the object against their color. And so, Sprite, I'll let you proceed here.
Okay. Yeah, and so depending on what substrate you use, you want to definitely print your color chart on that. So if you're printing on t-shirts, make sure you get a nice color chart on fabric. If you're printing on glass, same thing. So when you start going across substrates, your color is going to change a little bit. So here we're going to do a lobby sign, and I want to match the green that's on my business card. So all I do is just kind of hold it up against my chart and see which color I like the best for this. And based on this, I like this third one from the end.
It's important to note that this is page 5 of our color chart. Now the color chart that we have here is based on what's called the Pantone Go. That's probably not the correct pronunciation, I apologize. But I think there are probably about 2,000 colors, and we've broken the swatch chart into a couple of pages. I think there's probably 5 or 6, something like that. And so What you're going to do now is you're going to go back and reopen the color chart that you printed. You're going to go to page 5, and then using the row column system, you're going to locate the color that Sprite has chosen and then simply design with that color. It's that simple.
Yeah, so all you need to do is just use your eyedropper tool, and it'll give you the exact values that you see on this glass in your Corel system.
So there's no need to strain your eyes to try to figure out the lettering that's underneath each color. Don't even focus on that. Just focus on the page, the row, the column.
And don't forget, you guys can download our Pantone chart. It's on our website underneath Tech Support and Documents.
Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that why did we choose this chart? There's nothing super special about the Pantone Go chart. It really doesn't have anything to do with the Pantone Solid book, but I was looking many years ago for a chart that for a palette that simply had a lot of colors in it, and this one came to the top. So again, you can ultimately build your own swatch chart. We can teach you how to do it. But if you want to simply do a quick start and use the chart we've already produced, then you're good.
So the other instance that you may come across in matching colors is when your customer gives you a specific Pantone color and you have to match it to our color chart. So in order to do that, I have printed out the first page of our coded chart. I'm just going to take my Pantone color, which is the 107C, and just kind of drag it along until I find the correct color. All right, looks like we got it. So let's go ahead and change our colors in Corel. All right, now that we have our color chart open in Corel, we just imported this into a new document. I'm going to take it and copy and paste it into my artwork. So I just do Control-C to copy, go to my artwork, and then do Control-V to paste. So I'm going to move it out of the way, use my eyedropper tool, and I know that my artwork was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and change the color of my design. So now we're going to do the same thing with the green. That was on page 5. So we're going to do a Control-C to copy it, a Control-V to paste it into my document. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my green. Take my eyedropper, select my color, and then drop it into my artwork. All right, now we're just going to delete these two color charts, and we are ready to print and press our artwork to check against our colors.
Now that we have gone to Corel and changed our colors to match what we chose from the color chart, we printed out our transfer, and we're ready to press to see how we did. You ready, Sprite?
Let's do it. All right, so I am doing it on glass. So I have my image here, which is not mirrored, and we're just going to tape it on and press it.
Now, of course, when you're pressing stuff, please refer to our instructions for each substrate. I often recommend when you're printing your color charts that on the back of them, or where appropriate, document your transfer settings, document any computer settings that are appropriate, so that that when you do go to pick the colors and to print those designs with the chosen colors, you can continue to do exactly the same thing. You can't change any variable and expect the color match to stay the same. Another thing I'm often asked is why our samples and our designs, and like in our trade show booth, look so vibrant and good. And that's because we have a fantastic color department here at Condé that produces what we call an ICC profile. An ICC profile is, in my opinion, and really the industry's opinion, the best way to take advantage of the color space of a printer. And so if you get your printer from us, if you buy your supplies from us, we can help you be set up what we refer to as the Condi colorway. And doing it our way, I think, ensures the best quality, smooth gradients. It also ensures the most accurate quality. And then you get those really deep, rich black. I think that's often going to be the telltale sign of a great color profile, great color system, is to get deep, rich blacks, and especially a consistent grayscale. Wow, nice, nice.
So we'll let this cool, and then we'll check it against our colors.
And Sprite's going to move it to our cool plate, I bet. And if you're not familiar with the cool plate, check out our video on a cool plate. It's really a great device for doing quick cooling of substrates like glass. Okay, Sprite, let's take a look at how things turned out.
All right, let me go get my glass. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got our colors. They look pretty good. We just need to check them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very nice.
So the green, excellent match. Yellow?
Also good.
Indeed, indeed, quite good. So just to sort of wrap up here, let's review. Print a color chart, which we can supply, sublimate it, then find the object that you need to match, like the business card, like the Pantone book, knowing a Pantone. Find the match, design in your favorite program with those colors, and you're done.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, you can contact our Condi Tech Support. You can send us emails. You can send me an email at dgross@condi.com. We look forward to helping you be a professional and making lots of money in the sublimation world. So this has been David Gross with Condi Systems. And Sprite, thank you for being with us.